What's happening? Thanks for joining us again. I'm Chris,
I'm Pete.
and we got kind of a fun beer today. This is the Smuttynose Farmhouse Ale. This is part of their big beer series. It's brewed usually about once a year, but that can sort of depend on what they feel like brewing for the big beer series that year. So some years maybe it didn't exist. I don't know. But if you go take the tour of the brewery at Smuttynose, like Pete did, they have this cool little cooler at the end full of vintage beers from their big beer series, and this is one Pete picked up. This is a 2007 Farmhouse Ale, so pretty much 5 years old, I'm going to assume.
Yep.
I'm going to guess it came out in the summertime. So
And you can tell it's vintage because of the wonderful little orange sticker that they stick
I was
on
just
the cap.
I was just going to say because it says bottle conditioned in 2007.
well,
at the bottom.
that too, but I thought
and it's 2012.
I was really drawn to the orange round sticker on the top. I figured it had to be good.
All right. So traditionally, as I remember this being, it had a lot of, kind of spicy, fruity kind of esters to it. That traditional Belgian style yeast in it. And it came in at 9.3%.
Yep.
There isn't really a listing on this one anywhere because I know it changes year to year, but we should probably just get into it and see what we got.
Yeah. Be careful not to rip the little sticker off.
I think I bent it a little bit. I'm sorry. It's pouring a really vibrant kind of deep orange.
Yeah.
It's a really white head, but really thin, and it's definitely leaving alcohol legs on the side of the glass.
Yeah, I was expecting it being a Belgian to kind of have a serious head on it.
I'm just seeing a few bubbles coming up. I'm not seeing a ton like I thought I might, being Belgian style, and haven't been sitting in the bottle for a little bit, which usually can tend to create a little more carbonation.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Huh.
Let's see what we got for a nose.
It's refreshing.
There's a lot of sweetness in there.
Yeah.
I'm almost getting sort of that vinegar sort of a smell like you'd get for like a
On a sour?
yeah, like in a sour. I was thinking sort of like the Rodenbach we get.
Yeah. Well, there may.
I mean, just like a slight bit. I mean,
the style is kind of northern Belgium, but it's not for what was kind of was written up a little bit of a saison. It doesn't have a real kind of farmhousey kind of saison kind of smell to it.
And there's definitely sort of those like that sweet caramel kind of like, I think it's definitely a little bit of oxidation in there, but like those kind of notes in there.
Yeah. It smells pretty good.
Yeah, let's get into it. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
This tastes nothing like it does fresh at all.
I'm left wanting more.
It's definitely good. If you just gave me this on a blind test though, and you said this, you asked me to guess what it was, I'm not guessing that this was a farmhouse. It really just seems to be that sweet malt, that sort of that oxidation note where you're getting like sort of that caramel, toffee kind of sweetness.
But it's a little thin. I'm not all that. It's a little thin. I mean, the Studley Monk that we had kind of, after sitting for 3 or 4 years, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, this does have a kind of similar quality to that.
Yeah, a little bit of a caramel, some tones in it, but it just doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, there's none of that spice character. You can't taste any of the alcohol.
Yeah.
It really seems to have settled down to being more of a one-note kind of a beer.
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not a bad one note. It's a good one note.
Yeah, I mean, it's drinkable. It's just I think expecting
the complexities kind of petered out a little bit.
So you've had this fresh because I've never had it fresh.
I've definitely had it fresh, and it's like I was saying, it tastes like a completely different beer.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I guess you did say that.
But I mean, I think it still has a fair amount of carbonation.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't thinking. You're thinking the mouth feels kind of thin on it.
Yeah, well, I was expecting a little bit more flavor. I mean, not watery, but
Right.
yeah. But that could just be me. I had different expectations for it, I guess.
All right. So we just had a little camera malfunction there, so it's probably slightly off. Yeah. Overall, like, it's sort of a one note kind of beer. It's a good, it's an interesting one note, and it's worth comparing against a previous one. But it's
Yeah.
for trying it, it's pretty decent.
Yep.
So we're gonna keep enjoying the rest of this. Hope you're enjoying something as well, and see you next time. Cheers.
Cheers.